Hi, and welcome to my relatively late September TBR. I was sick the entire week, hence why you haven't seen a new video from me since my cramming vlog. I do apologize. I'm still recovering a little bit. Also, excuse the no makeup look because I cannot fathom putting things on my skin right now. I had such a great month in August. Birdie, go away. Thank you. But yeah, anyway, I had such a good month in August, and then when September first hit, the universe said, no more. You're not getting any more positive energy. So I thought since I am slowly recovering, I come and tell you about the books I want to read in September. The rest of the world is going into fall right now with the burn months, but unfortunately I'm going into spring and summer. So my favorite time of year is done, and I'm going into my least favorite time of the year where there's sun, well not sun, but like heat and daylight savings. No, I am dreading daylight savings. I cannot fathom the sun going down at 9 p.m. I know a lot of you are like, what the fuck is she talking about? No, I hate daylight savings. Please, I just want my normal time, okay? The time that has been consistent since I was born till now. I don't need daylight savings. I don't need the sun to be up until 9 p.m. That's just barbaric. Moving on from that. September is the month of magical readathon, and I will be participating in the Autumn Equinox. I was so excited to start on September 1st, but alas, I was sick on September 1st, and that really bummed me out, but we're here. I'm motivated once again, I'm feeling better, and I'm ready to tackle the autumn equinox semester. If you don't know what Magical Readathon is, it is one of my favorite readathons ever, and I've participated in the readathon since I found the book community back in 2019. We can thank the lovely G from Book Rose for creating this magical readathon. I will link her channel in the announcement video down below if you want to check it out and participate. It's never too late. This readathon is basically an RPG readathon where you build your character, find your calling for the character, and then you attend Aurelium Academy and you participate in 2 semesters of this readathon. One was in spring and then one is in autumn. I did participate in the spring readathon, and there are vlogs that I made if you want to check it out as well, just to catch up, because the subjects that I took in the spring equinox are the same in the autumn equinox, but in the autumn equinox there are grades to it. So yeah, you read more books. I have to read like 9 books, which yeah. Speaking of that, I will be doing episode 3 of the 80% project, and it will be Magical Readathon edition, where I'll be trying to read the 9 prompts and picking 9 books for the episode, and I'll pick the books from my physical TBR, so it's going to be a fun time. So because of that, I don't really have a TBR because I'm picking as I go throughout the episode, so I only have a couple of books that are my priorities that I'll be reading alongside the books in episode 3. So let's get into the books that I will be prioritizing and reading. And first up, I have my September book or my Fable book club, and that is The Raven Scholar by Antonia Hodgson. I'm already almost like halfway through this book. I started this in August for my birthday weekend, which there is a vlog. It will come hopefully soon. I'm trying to catch up with all the things that I need to post because I missed a week or so. Luckily, this was picked as the book club book for the month of September, so I can continue it this month. This is the first book in an adult fantasy series that I am loving. Like, I'm enjoying this so much. The emperor of this world is stepping down and a successor needs to be chosen, and the way to do that is there will be a series of trials for contestants to battle in. And in this world we have 7 communities, and they all have animal deities for each of them. And each animal and each community have like a way of life, different characteristics, a certain type of job, and also religion, and one person from each community will be up for the trials to choose an emperor. Before the trial began, one of the contestants ends up being murdered, and then we have our main character Nima, who has to figure out who the murderer is while also participating in the trials. I love the world building in this. Like, it's perfectly paced with like action and like small moments with these characters to see their motivations for these trials. However, I'm not so in love with our main character Nima. She is a little bit of a know-it-all and it gets on my nerves sometimes. But I still can't wait to continue to see how all this goes down and also who the murderer is. So if you want to join in this little read-along that I'm having in my book club, the link is always down below. Some of the people in the book club have already started this and are leaving their thoughts in the chapter breakdowns. I'm like excited to see all their thoughts. And next up is A Time of Dread by John Gwynne. This is the first book to the Blood and Bone trilogy. And this is the next book for the Catch Up Book Club. And the Catch Up Book Club is hosted by Becca from Becca and the Books. And we're moving on from Faithful and the Fallen to the Blood and Bone trilogy by John Gwynne. It's set in the same world as the Faithful and the Fallen, but A Time of Dread, or this trilogy, is set more than 100 years after the Faithful and the Fallen series. I'm intrigued to see what will happen in this timeline and see if we learn more about the magic and the giants, and I'm also curious to see if any of the qualms that I had with Faithful and the Fallen will be answered in this trilogy. Honestly, that's all I know about this first book. I think obviously there is a plot to it, and I think it is going to stem from the ending of the Faithful and the Fallen series, so I don't want to spoil it by saying it. The live show for this will be on Sandra's channel on the 21st of September, 8 p.m. BST. I'm very excited to pick up A Time of Dread. This is definitely on the shorter side of John Gwynne's work so far, so yeah, it shouldn't be a problem because I'm familiar with his writing. It is going to be a breeze. The next book I have is the new buddy read that I'm going to be having with Abby and Sam, since I personally have DNF'd the, oh god, I can't even remember the trilogy name, but the first one was The Hemlock Queen by Hannah Witten. I DNF'd that series, but they're continuing on with it, and I don't know if we're going to be starting this book this month, but I thought I'd put it on here just in case we do. And that is The Jasmine Throne by Tasha Suri. I am so excited to get into a Tasha Suri book. She is writing Southeast Asian stories, and I want to read more of these fantasy books, and yeah, I'm so excited to read this. This is an adult epic fantasy with a sapphic romance, I believe. The synopsis doesn't give much, but we have a vengeful princess looking to depose her brother from his throne, and we have a priestess searching for her family, and together they will change the fate of an empire. Like, I am so excited for this. I'm so excited for this dynamic. I'm so excited for the world. It's going to be rich, atmospheric, going to be political, and it's definitely going to be angsty and dramatic with these characters. All the things that I love, love, love. So I have high hopes for this. Is that a good idea? Probably not, but I'm going to have high expectations going into this for sure. Lastly, I have one more book that I really want to read, and it's because I've been so obsessed with the Zodiac Academy series lately, and I want to continue on with the series, so I need to pick up this book, and that is Savage Fae by Suzanne Valenti and Caroline Peckham. I recently read Dark Fae, and I jumped straight into book 2 of The Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac. So this series is actually a prequel to Zodiac Academy, and I'm following a reading order that will cause severe emotional damage by the time you finish this reading order, and that's what I want. So I've read the first 3 books of the Zodiac Academy series, and then I'm jumping into the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac series. So finished Dark Fae, I'm going into Savage Fae right now. The series is definitely a little bit different from the Zodiac Academy series, but I'll talk more about that in my wrap up at the end of the month for sure. I'm already 22% into this book, and I'm still having a fun time. We're following a main character, Elise, who is trying to find out who murdered her brother, and she gets this information from a source that the king of Aurora Academy is the one that killed her brother. But she finds out that Aurora Academy has 4 kings, so she infiltrates this academy and goes and, you know, studies in this academy so that she can find out which one of those kings murdered her brother. This series actually has a reverse reverse harem romance, and it's definitely a slow burn. I'm on book 2 right now, and it's only like a hint of the reverse harem. So yeah, I'm just having a fun time, a fun ride with the Twisted Sisters. So those are the books that I want to read this month. I'm so sorry that this TBR video is so short, but honestly, most of the books that I need to read this month is going to be up in the air. But I thought I'd give you a sneak peek to the first book that I'll be reading for episode 3 and for the magical readathon, and that is Daisy Hates and the Great Undoing. Ooh. Episode 3 should be out in October, but in the meantime, episode 2 should be hitting your screens next week. Fingers crossed. I am editing it as we speak. September has not started very well, and I'm singing Wake Me Up When September Ends because I don't know if I can take it anymore. But hopefully these books will make it better and make the month go faster. Let me know down in the comments what you're reading in September, any new releases that you're looking forward to, and if you don't have anything to say, let's leave a raven emoji down in the comments. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to. All the links for my socials and the book club is linked down below if you want to check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for bearing with me while I'm recovering from my illness, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!